Hey there tech fans, Rick here again from the OREI team with an overview of the UKM-404 4x4 USB matrix. This clever product allows you to very easily connect 4 different USB devices to 4 different computers at the same time. And you can easily mix and match which of those devices are connected to which of those computers using the buttons on the front of the unit, the included remote control, or over the network through software. The product fully supports the very latest USB 3.0 Generation 1 standard and is fully compatible with older versions of USB products. It also provides data transfer speeds at up to 5 gigabits a second, which makes it perfect for connecting an external network drive to all of your computers. Now, as part of this overview, I'd like to start with an unboxing just to show you everything that's included with the kit, and then I'll take a closer look at the USB matrix and I'll explain the connections and indicators so you understand exactly how to use it. I'll list the features and functions the product provides, and then I'll come back and do a demonstration to show you just how simple this product will be to use with your own equipment. So let's get started with the unboxing. When you first open up the box, you'll find the USB matrix. You'll find a single 24-volt, 1.25 amp DC power supply. This end plugs into any standard wall outlet. The other end has a barrel connection on it, which plugs into the back of the unit and provides all the power you'll need for operation. You'll also find a set of brackets you can use to mount the product up off the ground and out of the way. There's a connection cable, RS232 on this end, to a standard connector for your computer so you can remotely control this. You'll also find a set of 4 feet and some screws to use with the bracketing kit. There's an infrared remote control included, which is really nice that you can control this from a distance away from the matrix. You'll find an infrared extender block, and this is handy because if you mount this inside of a cabinet, you can plug this into the back of the matrix and locate the receiver outside the cabinet so you can still use the remote control. You'll also find a USB cable that's used to connect the matrix up to your computers. And finally, a full instruction manual is also included that lists connection diagrams, specifications, and other really important details you'll need to understand about the matrix to use it correctly. Now, if you stay tuned next, I'll take a closer look at the product, I'll list the features and functions, and then I'll come back and do the demonstration. Inside the kit, you'll find the 4x4 USB matrix and a set of cables I'd like to explain before I take a closer look at the actual product. This first cable is an infrared extender kit, and this allows you to control the unit even if you've mounted it inside of a rack or inside of a media cabinet behind a closed door, because the infrared signals from the remote control need to be able to see this unit, and if you've closed it inside of a cabinet, that'll block those signals from being picked up by the product. So this allows you to plug this into the back of the unit, locate this outside the cabinet as the receiver for those infrared signals. You'll also find an RS232 connection cable. This plugs into the back of the unit, and this plugs into a computer directly controlling this from that computer. You can also plug this into your local area network and remotely control it over the LAN. The final cable is a USB cable that's used to connect this up to your computers. This end plugs into the back, this end plugs into your computer, and again, you can have 4 computers connected to this, but this allows you to move the USB peripherals between the 4 computers. The product itself features a full metal enclosure, which makes it incredibly durable and also helps to minimize outside interference from causing any issues with the electronics inside. On the sides, you'll notice ventilation slots. Those are designed to keep the electronics inside at a very comfortable temperature during operation. You'll also notice holes here that can be used with the included bracketing kit to mount these up off the ground and out of the way. On the front of the unit, starting on the left, you'll find a power indicator. When you add power to the unit, it starts an internal power on self-test where it's checking all the electronics to make sure it's working okay. It's also checking connections to your USB devices and your computers to verify those connections are solid. Once it passes that test, it'll light that LED, letting you know the product's ready to use. To the right of that are 4 device buttons that can be used to vary which peripheral is connected to which device at any given time. And to move through those peripherals, you'll tap that button and you can choose the ones you want attached to the computers. This is fully explained in the manual as well. On the rear of the units where you'll make all your connections, starting on the left are the USB devices. On the bottom, you'll connect your hosts. So you use the cable I just showed you to connect this up to your first computer, second, third, and fourth computer. Your peripherals connect up here. So it could be a camera, a microphone, an external hard drive, maybe a mouse and a keyboard, whatever devices you want to share across those computers. To the right of that is a 3.5mm input port for the infrared extender. You'll plug it in here. You'll locate that receiver outside the cabinet if you need to use that. Here's where you'll plug in the computer cable I showed you a minute ago. The RS232 connection's made right here. To the right of that is a LAN port. Again, you can control this over your LAN by simply plugging a LAN cable in there. And then finally, there's a DC input port right here that's used with the included power supply. You'll plug that power supply into the wall. The other end has a barrel connection on it, which plugs in here. And there's a tightening collar. You can actually finger tighten on here to make sure that connector doesn't pop out. The OREI UKM-404 is compatible with most USB connected devices, including web cameras, keyboards, external storage, USB mice, and memory card readers. The product's features include full support of USB 3.0 Generation 1 products. You have a choice of up to 4 USB devices, data transfer speeds up to 5 gigabits a second. It is backward compatible with USB 2.0 and USB 1.1 devices and provides remote control through a web interface. Now I'll show you just how easy it'll be to use this product with your own equipment. And for this demonstration, over here I've set up my laptop, which is currently connected to this monitor, just to make it easy for you to see what's happening. In front of me, I have 4 USB devices that I use every day: a wireless mouse, a wireless headset for my conference calls, a wired USB microphone, and an external storage drive that connects over USB. In front of me, I have the USB matrix. Now, normally these products are connected up to my laptop, but every now and then I'd like to move them to my home computer when I'm doing work on that, and that's exactly what the USB matrix is designed to help with. Now, the first set of connections I'll make are the devices to the matrix, and I'll start with the dongle for the mouse, then the dongle for the wireless headset, then I'll connect up the USB microphone, and I'll leave the NVMe drive disconnected for now. So those 3 peripherals are connected across the top on the USB devices section, and I'm ready to connect up my computer down below. I've already connected the other end of the cable to the computer. I'll simply plug this in the back, and now we're all set to add power. I've already plugged the power supply into the wall. The other end of that cable has a barrel connection on it, which plugs right into the DC port. Now, before I plug this in, watch the LEDs in the front. You'll notice they're off right now. I'll plug that in. It takes a couple of seconds. The unit goes through a power on self-test, and then it'll come up and let me know it's ready to go. So right now I've got a power indicator, and all 4 devices are connected to port number 1 on the back for USB host, which is my laptop. Now I should be able to just use the mouse. You can see I have complete control of the mouse. I can't really show you the headset, but the microphone is working. And now I'll plug the NVMe drive into the 4th port, and that'll take a couple of seconds for the computer to recognize that it's actually powering up right now. Takes a second or two for the USB to recognize it, and it should come up any second, and you'll see a notice come up on the screen when it's ready to go. There you go. So there's the NVMe drive. So essentially what I've got is a connection for all these devices to my first computer. Now, if I want to move any of these to another computer, and again, I can add 4 computers to this, I can tap the buttons on the front, or I can use the remote control. I can even control it over the network using software. So this product is wonderful for allowing you to share these USB devices with multiple computers and then easily switch between them, because normally you would have to deactivate a device on that computer, move the cable over to the other computer, and then wait for it to be recognized before you can start using it. This gets in the middle of that operation and takes responsibility for moving that device between those computers without the requirement of deactivating and waiting for it to be recognized again. And it really is just that simple to get it working. I hope you found this overview of the OREI UKM-404 4x4 USB matrix helpful. It really does provide a very clever way of allowing you to share 4 of your USB devices with 4 of your computers at the same time, while still providing complete control over which of those devices are connected to those computers at any given time by using the buttons on the front of the unit, the included remote control, or even from a distance over your network through software. The fact that it supports the very latest USB 3.0 Generation 1 standards means you can use it with all of your newer peripherals, and it's backward compatible with older versions of USB, so you can even use your older peripherals. The product also provides incredibly fast data transfer speeds at up to 5 gigabits a second, which again makes it perfect for connecting storage devices and other high-speed devices to the unit. Everything you need to get started is included with the kit, and with a few simple connections, you can be up and running in no time. So until next time, thanks for watching.